Ladies and gentlemen, the American Jury and Bulldog Nation, welcome to the Eric Deters Show. As always, we're sponsored by Deters Consulting, Parks Yoga. Check us out on all of our platforms. Well, Judge Engoron, Trump's lawyer, does a newsletter for his old high school where he posts nude, waist-up selfies of himself.
So gross.
Isn't that gross? This guy is a sicko. Nut job. You talk in the middle of this trial, you talk about humiliating. Trump ought to wear a t-shirt with that on it. His whole team ought to. Unbelievable. TJ Maxx and Marshalls are starting to close stores. Here we go. Newsom gonna meet with G next week. You can't make this up. He's cleaning up San Francisco, LA. He's cleaning up the homeless for G, not for Americans. Tlaib was censored last night for her craziness on the House floor. Zuck is a sicko. You know how he regulates us, suspends us, misinformation? He has allowed, with nothing being done, according to this whistleblower testified yesterday, 13 to 15-year-old girls, 33% of 13 to 15-year-old girls have been propositioned by adults. That is sick. But yet, when you post a meme that they question who the real author of the quote is, you get suspended. It's unbelievable. White House's glean about Cameron's loss. I called this, folks. On a national level, they're already saying I warned Trump's people. I said, he's going to lose, and they're going to blame you. That's what happened. Mitch McConnell ran his campaign. You ready for this? Terry Carmack, did not even take the stage. They let the crying wife and Daniel Cameron on the stage alone last night. That's sick. Tearing down hostage photos, a New York public defender, this woman right here got busted. Why take down American hostage photos? They are now in Gaza City, and Netanyahu says they're going to control Gaza for a long time. David Weiss, back in closed doors, told the Oversight Committee that he requested special prosecutor status and was denied. So, Merrick Garland has lied under oath. Hamas leaders, billions and billions and billions. By the way, folks, this goes on and on. Black Lives Matter, their leadership, what they did. Hamas. If you're for the cause and you do stuff like this, how do you sleep at night? Billions, the Hamas leaders. Airbnb is getting hit with a big old tax liability, like $800 million. I don't know if they can handle that. Carrie Lake wins the three-way race with Cinema and Gallego. She loses if it's just her and Gallego. It'll be interesting. Tyson recalled 30,000 pounds of chicken. Sabrina sent this to me. Nuggets.
Dino nuggets.
Had metal. Dino nuggets. Had metal in them. Uh-oh. Mississippi governor won re-election. And Youngkin, he did not win the Virginia State House. In fact, they both went Democrat. Not good for Youngkin. This is the Bulldog. Every dog has their day. Have a great day. Ladies and gentlemen, the American Jury and Bulldog Nation, welcome to the Eric Deters Show local news. As always, we're sponsored by Deters Consulting, Parks Yoga. Check us out on all of our platforms. Well, Jeff Pastor, his sentencing's coming up, and if you look at what Sittenfeld got, you're probably talking about 3 years. We'll see what happens. Brendan Lucas, this guy right here, 20, raped a child 6 times. Again, why in the hell do we not have the death penalty for things like this? All right, on Reserve Drive last night, an assault in Fort Mitchell. Fort Mitchell, part of the perfume belt. Wow, assault going on. Ooh, what's happening to your city, Fort Mitchell? In local news, Winterfest, they didn't have enough lights, Jamie, so they're adding 2 million more. Wow. UC Health medical providers will have to wear a mask when they're working with patients. At least we don't have to. In Kentucky news, and I've already done a Facebook Live about this, the big news is Andy Beshear beat Cameron. Why did he beat Cameron? Well, first off, this is something I'm going to add to my Facebook Live. The media wanted this matchup because they know the Breonna Taylor thing would crush Cameron, and it did. And this is really messed up. Daniel Cameron is on the stage with his crying wife. Where's Terry Carmack? His senior advisor, Mitch McConnell's guy. Cracks me up. Politics. By the way, in Northern Kentucky, Cameron won boom but got crushed in Kenton and Campbell. He lost Northern Kentucky. He lost Jefferson County. He lost Fayette County. And he lost other rural counties he should have won. Terrible ran campaign. Down ballot, Russell Coleman's your new attorney general. Mark Metcalf is your new treasurer. Allison Ball is your new auditor. Shell is your new agriculture commissioner, and Adams remains your secretary of state. Bottom line is, nothing changed in Kentucky because Republicans held those positions already. Kentucky Power wants to increase your rates 18%. What will the Public Service Commission of Andy Beshear do? In Ohio issue 1 passed, basically making abortion a constitutional right. Big deal. By the way, Republicans overplayed their cards on abortion. Rape, incest, life of the mother. Guess who did not have those exceptions? Daniel Cameron. Ohio recreational pot got passed. Do you ever smoke pot, Jamie?
No, not one bit.
Me neither, but I might go to Ohio and take a toke now. Cincinnati Council, poor Liz Keating. The name Keating in Cincinnati doesn't mean a lot when you're talking about Cincinnati proper. You ready for this? 10 people ran for 9 seats, Jamie. She's the only one that lost. A Republican. All Dems now. Issue 24 failed. This was more income tax for affordable housing. Issue 22 passed. They can now sell their railroad for $1.6 billion. And in Highland County, they saved a 17-year-old in a grain trailer. He was apparently up to his neck in a grain trailer, and they saved him. In Indiana, the McHenry family's taken over the Lawrenceburg Speedway, and Mohammed Mondal shot his wife with his children in the SUV. Come on, Mohammed. You can do better than that. Why don't you kill her when the kids aren't around? This is the Bulldog. Every talk has their day. Have a great day.
Hello, it's Wednesday, the 8th of November. You're watching Eric Deters World News with Jamie Spinley. The latest headlines. NATO announced yesterday that it would suspend the operation of a Cold War-era security treaty after Russia formally exited the agreement. It's the latest in a series of raising tension between NATO and Russia after Moscow launched a full-scale invasion of Ukraine in February 2022. Just Stop Oil activists have been accused of blocking an ambulance as it tried to make its way through a demonstration on a bridge in London. Police said they estimate officers made more than 40 arrests after activists failed to move out of the road on Waterloo Bridge, with some slow marching towards the Strand. The Metropolitan Police said the march was causing traffic to be held up on the bridge, including an ambulance with flashing lights. One of Germany's top court has denied 2 seriously ill men direct access to a lethal dose of a drug. Both plaintiffs had wanted to end their lives at home without the help of a doctor. Germany's Federal Administrative Court yesterday ruled that individuals who wish to end their lives have no right to acquire a deadly dose of narcotics to administer themselves. Portuguese Prime Minister Antonio Costa resigned after investigators searched his official residence in an inquiry into alleged corruption. And global wine production has been hit hard by a year of extreme weather in which floods, droughts, and frost severely stunned production. The only country that saw a significant increase in production was the United States of America. Until tomorrow, cheerio.
Ladies and gentlemen, the American jury and Bulldog Nation, let's go with sports without boundaries. But first, I'd like to share, to bond myself with you, bond with you, a little secret about me. I am a chess addict. But I'm 1-0 so far today on Spinley, so I'm happy. College football rankings. Penn State, 10th. Ole Miss, 9th. Alabama 8th, Texas 7th. Let me just tell you something about Alabama. They got one loss. Guess who? To Texas. They beat Ole Miss right behind them. Then Oregon, Washington, Florida State, who hasn't played anybody, Michigan, who hasn't played anybody yet, Georgia, who hasn't played anybody, and one, Ohio State, who has played a couple decent teams. All right, Aaron Rodgers says he needs a few fortnights to be ready. Do you know what a fortnight is, Josh Wentz? Do you, Jamie Spinley?
2 weeks.
2 weeks. So a few fortnights, 4 weeks. Cowboys have signed Matavius Bryant, wide receiver of the Steelers. Hell of a receiver. Has been out since 2018 under suspension. He's been working out. He's 31. We'll see what happens. Charlie Woods finished 17th in the Junior Golf Nationals for 14th to 15th. Guess who his caddy was? You guessed it, Tiger. Rams have signed Carson Wentz. Oh, baby. He's going to get another chance. Kansas just gave the richest contract in college history, $50 million for the first 5 years to Bill Self. Passed up John Calipari. And Joey Votto is being recruited to play at Florence Yall's. I don't think that's what Joey has in mind about playing one more year. In college basketball, NHL, and NBA, nothing worth reporting. This is the Bulldog. Every dog has their day. Have a great day. Ladies and gentlemen, the American jury and Bulldog Nation, welcome to Eric Deters Pop Culture. Well, you ready for this? All you Ozempic users, there's doctors who say that it can increase your likelihood of getting pregnant. So you're losing weight, boom, bun in the oven. Jack Nicholson has not done a film in 13 years, and he says he'd rather sit under a tree and read a book. I don't believe that. I think he'd rather chase skirts. But read a book under a tree, I don't believe it. A gigantic treasure trip, like treasure ship, massive treasure found off the coast of Colombia. I'd like to get in treasure hunting. You ready for this? This day in history, Wilhelm Röntgen invented the X-ray by accident. And you know why it's called the X-ray, Jamie and Josh? He said it's some kind of X-ray. Like, he didn't know what to call it, so he just called it X, and it stuck forevermore. Isn't that wild? Hootie and the Blowfish are going to go out on tour for the first time in forever. I like Hootie. All right, Kim Kardashian went to Odell Beckham's birthday party. Woohoo! Sad story. Bruce Willis can't even recognize Demi Moore. He's getting worse and worse, which sucks because I wanted him to play me in Butcher, Pakistan. All right, Downey and Chris Evans have both said they will do another Avengers. So you got Iron Man and Captain America back. All right, James Brolin said he was celibate for 3 years before being with Barbara. Jamie, could you be celibate for 3 years?
Yes.
Josh? Me neither. All right, Jerry Turner. They say April says he's really a fraud. He's not as nice as you think. Really? A dude that goes on a show like this is Mr. Nice Guy? Yeah, right. Playa. He's a playa. Barbara Streisand's telling all in her book, but this will strike you. You know what she said? I haven't had much fun. How sad is that? Patrick Dempsey was voted sexiest man alive by People's Magazine. When are we going to win that, guys? Jamie, have you even been nominated? Josh?
No.
How come we're never in the picture of this?
Right.
We should do our own version.
Let's do our own version. Eric Deters Media, sexiest Brit alive. Jamie Spinley. Sabrina, start taking photographs. Make him look as presentable as possible. This is the Bulldog. Every dog has their day. Have a great day.